We do apologize for the break in transmission. Malamo Taufik. Allow Dambani. Malamo can't get it. And not looking to play anything really fanciful. Just puts it out of play for a throw-in. Now Dambani. Taufik. Butchered away to say by Abdullah. Brought down very well. Cardi, okay. A lovely give and go. Douglas achieve. Should be a free kick. Gets the free kick. Now Malamo, lovely control. First time, keeps it to himself. Might have a go himself. I was looking to spread the play to Alao Dambani. A shooting star still threatening, and calling all the shots for them is Malamo Taufik. And really you wouldn't expect anything less. It's now out wide and beyond limits to bring it forward. He caught in possession. A free kick to Shooting Stars. So the game has been a little bit a balanced affair now since the goal. I mean, you feel like Shooting Stars are gradually growing into the game, you feel?
You can actually feel so, because when you look at Shooting Stars, I think they've been calm enough to try to reduce the tempo. For Beyond Limits, they always want to play an high-octane football. That's what they want to do. So if you is the game, the calm with them, I think you can get the opportunity. But then I think Shooting Stars have not really been impressive in the final third. They can't really play in the midfield, but trying to get that final pass to get a goal has been difficult.
Oh, now the chance might come. Ayinugba says no. Well, Mike, if you want to pick the focal point for Beyond Limit here today, say you want to cripple this side, which player would you be looking to?
First, Oyebuchi Obasi, then we'll talk of Farouk Ogundari in the midfield. You have to be wary of this boy. I understand he's a wee bit sick, so you may not get 100% out of him in this game, although even at that, he really can't play. So, one thing is sure, if you do Malomo, you do Farouk Ogundari and ensure that they don't get enough of the ball, why not? You can play against them.
Well, I was going to say Farouk Ogundari as well. He's such a Rolls Royce midfielder for his age and his level. You feel like he's going to be a big menace when he develops even to a more mature age. And this man with the ball is another player that will develop to a more mature age to be scary. Daniel Ayinugba. The Shooting Stars able to shoot that one to go out for a goal kick. Coyote, okay, responsible for it. Even as we get past half an hour of football at the Remo Star Stadium, it's Beyond Limit Football Academy 1. The Shooting Stars 0. The goal still from Oyebuchi Obasi. The decisive moments in this half so far. But there's been a lot of talking points. And the performance between the two sides has really been one to relish for the fans that are here today.
I mean, it's actually funny that might in quotes now and in cap locks be the only goal of this game. As much as we talk about how enterprising these two sides can actually be, and how enterprising even Beyond Limits can really be. So, Shooting Stars must find something. I think they're not cutting off the defensive line of Beyond Limits enough. Beyond Limits playing a 3-5-2 in this game, so you have to be on the neck.
Well, the first booking of the game, and it's gone to Beyond Limits. Joseph Stanley has picked up the first yellow card of the game. Just tugging on the back of Cardi, okay. And now free kick in a very, very dangerous position for Shooting Stars. Another opportunity to test Daniel in goal. And another opportunity for Daniel to show himself. Cardi, okay. Stands over the free kick. No problem for Daniel. The free kick didn't really trouble. You expected a lot better from Shooting Stars, at least getting on target. And this competition, in case you're just joining this broadcast, is proudly brought to you by Valuejet, Fly Valuejet, and also Optimus Bank, both partners for the Valuejet Cup 2023. And Beyond Limit coming forward. And that's Farouk Gundari's pass looking to find Abdullah. Oh, lovely step over, takes away his man, but recovers very well to get a corner kick. Ogbonnaya Sunday did really well to. I mean, he's not even scared to take on the man. And if not for the outstretched legs, he might have got past him and maybe got himself an assist in the game.
A good defending from the defender there, I must say, Ogbonnaya Sunday.
Huge apologies for the recent break in transmission. We developed some technical issues, but we're back, ready to serve you better. As always, in the Valuejet Cup, you can always expect the best. It should be a booking. Yes, it is a booking.
Sammy, while we are away, I must apologize one more time to our viewers around the world. While we are away, there was an opportunity for Onyebuchi Obasi to score a second goal for Beyond Limits Football Academy, but the inches went the
The Shooting Stars still in possession. Alao Dambani, the tall, silky footballer. The pass doesn't get through to him. Beyond Limit looking to break. Onyebuchi Obasi. His header is cut out by Kayode. It's Darlington Novunda asking the questions of his players. A launch forward and brought down very well by Douglas Archive to bring it forward for Shooting Stars now. Goes infield, Raheem Kodri. Oh, just looking to pick up a man on the far right hand side, doesn't get there. Ogbonaya Sunday stands his ground very well, resists to go down and wins a free kick. A free kick to Beyond Limits, even as we hit the 45th minute mark, and 2 minutes of additional time is all that we have left to play in this first half. It's been a very interesting and engaging first half. Ayenuba launches it forward. Only comes out of as Malamo Taufik. Akpan Joshua back to Malamo, who is running on the outside. He crosses into the area, defending very confidently. Diko Adebayo now to break. Onyebuchi Obasi. Beyond Limit come forward on the left. It's Sunday Ogbonaya. It's got beyond his marker, but it was hacked down. And it should be a booking eventually for Muritala. Anzai Muritala has really been walked on by Ogbonaya Sunday on the right hand side. It's really been difficult today for Muritala.
The only funny thing about this one is that Ogbonaya Sunday has not even shown the true Ogbonaya in him. And on a Friday for Sunday, I think he is that boy who you would not know what to expect. 1 minute he's cold, 1 minute he's really into the game. But the fact that he has really worked out Muritala is a lot of difficulty.
And they're still running riot, and maybe a penalty now. But the referee has blown for simulation. But the crowd are not having any of it. The referee looks very confident in this decision. Was brought down very well, and he took his man away. The referee got that call right. It looks like there was really not enough contact in it.
So if it's not enough contact, then you can award against him. But then if you award a free kick there against the Beyond Limits player, obviously you can rule that as a dive and a yellow card.
Yeah.
So I think rightly so.
And the referee has called play 2-0 in the first half. It's been a very interesting one. Beyond Limits going beyond their reach to get the first goal of the game. Onyebuchi Obasi with a very, very interesting and entertaining goal to watch for us. And that's not all of the goal that they set for us, but the excitement has really been one to watch in the first half. It's halftime here at the Remo Star Stadium. Beyond Limit Football Academy 1, Shooting Star Sport Club 0. Samuel. He's got Unduka Jr. and the retreating Victor Collins. Well, it's passed to the other side, Fancy Kyogu. He's still good. And Ayoride! It's the opening goal! The Valuejet Cup has sprung to life. It's Kwara United who get the first goal of the competition. A man down, but a goal up. Really don't need too much time to hang on the ball. And Yeke Mokoni's cross into the area. Goalkeeper gets a hand to it. And Sikiru Alimi! That's the man we're talking about. Not the most imposing figure, but always finds that extra bit to get that finishing touch. And the first goal for Rema Stars in the Valuejet Cup 2023 has come from the boots of Sikiru Alimi.
Like I told you yesterday, it means to evaluate what we are planning for the Champions League. And we're able to see that, obviously, after about 2 weeks of off football, the boys are just coming back. We need to prepare them for the target ahead, and we're playing.
And we are back out for the second half of this final game of the Valuejet Pre-Season Cup of Day 1. Beyond Limit taking on Shooting Stars Sports Club, and it's Beyond Limit who lead by that long goal from Moyebuchi Obasi. Shooting Stars have gotten us underway in the second half, and it's a period for them to revive their status, a period for them to get their pride back, just to build on the confidence as they continue to prepare for the games of the coming season. Both sides remain unchanged as they return for this one. For Beyond Limit is Daniel Ayenubango, Joseph Stanley, Adebayo Diko, Mohamed Abdullah, Samad Kokola, Daidius Oguni, Farouk Ogundari, Bilyamin Abdullah, Nyebu Ochiobasi, the goal scorer, Bonaya Sunday, and Shino Ayodele. A free kick to Shooting Stars is whipped into that danger area, and commanding catch for Daniel. It's not going to trouble him. And for the Shooting Stars is Ervunda Darlington in goal. Taye Murisala, who's got a yellow card late in the game. Vitalik Mba, Rahim Quadri, Bade Adelowo, Alex Agawa, Malamo Taufik, Kayode Oke, Alao Dambani, Douglas Archive, and Joshua Akpan. So free kick to Beyond Limits, who are really taking this game to their opponents. Ogini sends the ball to Shino, who does well to retain possession. Very good play from Shino Ayodele. Diko Adebayo. Out wide, looking to find Bunaya Sunday. Not too much joy this time around. The Shooting Stars relinquish possession to Beyond Limit. Oh, it's a big chance for a goal, for a second goal. Oh, can't keep it on target. He's really going to be disappointed in himself. Shino Ayodele, he had sight on the goalkeeper. It was 1-on-1, but his effort was just disappointing, and could have been the perfect start to the second half for Beyond Limit.
It really could have been if they had scored that, if Shira had put that into the back of the net. I think we could have been talking about game set and match one. I think so, although the experience of Shooting Stars might still come to play. But sometimes people will tell you that experience is overrated. I don't think so. But for this game, it still has got so much in the offing. More goals maybe, or we see it out this way.
Definitely, from a commentator's point of view, you want more goals, you want to describe more action, and more of the same, please. You will ask from these two sides in terms of getting the goals and defending done by Abdullah. It comes out wide. Malamo runs into the area, takes on his man. He's got one waiting outside the box. Just miscues his effort. But Malamo, and what a very, very stout defending by Mohamed Abdullah. A corner kick to Shooting Stars. Coyote, okay, just miscuing his effort there before Malamoto Taufik trying to run at the defender. They're hoping that this corner kick picks out the man. It's man to man in terms of the marking. And Shooting Stars rattle the crossbar. And unlucky there. Badebo Adelo looked like he had brought Shooting Stars level, but that effort beat the goalkeeper, but not the crossbar in that instance.
Huge chance for Shooting Stars. Big letter for Beyond Limits. I think if that goes into the back of the net, they would be wee bit under pressure. But for now, they would, I think, their stars think they would work also. Shooting Stars can now kick on from there. I think they can kick on from there. I think this is the first time they're getting really close to a goal.
Well, the first time they've threatened really Shooting Stars. But the flag doesn't go up, and it eventually does against Shino Ayodele. Offside against Ayodele. Badebo launches it forward. Achieve Douglas. And corner kick to Shooting Stars, who look like they are piling a mountain up the pressure now. Well, they do say if you stay in the kitchen long enough, you might come out with a meal. So if they up the pressure a little bit, food might become done. A substitution for Beyond Limits. Bilyaminu Abdullah has come off, and instead is Eboro Victor. And across into the area, he's headed out. But we'll come right back at them. The effort from distance, headed out by Abdullah. And Badebo Adelo was the man who was trying to rattle the goalkeeper from long way. Didn't have so much luck that time around, but it's a corner kick. And it's another chance to get bodies into the area and trouble Daniel Ayenuba in goal for Beyond Limits. Malamoto Taufik stands over it. He's been in charge of all of the set pieces. 5 players to pick out in the area. The cross is to the first man, Abdullah. And he wins a free kick in that instance. Living very dangerously Beyond Limits, but somehow they come out with the ball from that passage of play, and they come forward. Sunday Ogbonaya on Muritala again. He gets past him. Oh, he looks to have been brought down. Penalty, says the referee. Definitely, there was no two ways about it. He's been causing all kind of mayhem from the first half, and eventually Ogbonaya Sunday has won a penalty for Beyond Limits, and it's a chance to go 2 up in the game.
A big chance for Beyond Limits, like we mentioned earlier, after missing that one-on-one opportunity. I think this is a chance, of course, yes, the penalty I've seen from the replay. Now this is a chance for them to bury the game. It's too early, we're yet to get onto the hour mark. Yebucho Bass is standing on this one to get his brace. Well, we can only hope and look forward to it.
Well, 2 goals from him will definitely put him in the ascendancy. 90% of the Man of the Match award goes to him already, if he scores this one.
100k from associate sponsor Optimal Bank, and yes, for such a young boy, 100k is huge.
It's huge, and this chance is huge as well. Oh, Darlington catches it very well, guesses the right way. How often do you see a penalty saved that way?
A penalty that was saved as if it was a shot from way out, very close range shot, easy catch for the goalkeeper. Maybe the experience came through for Darlington, able to read the mind of Onyebuchi Obasi. If we can have the opportunity of a replay, in all honesty, I think it was a team penalty from Onyebuchi Obasi. He should be doing better. I hope the replay do justice to my thoughts. Rightly so.
Well, it's close to the middle. It wasn't able to put in the right direction in that strike, and so Darlington Ovunda, well, does himself a lot of good by saving that penalty. Just gains the trust of the fans from Ibadan. Well, the chance is gone. but their energy hasn't dwindled a little bit. They still believe they can get a second goal in the game beyond limits. You feel like with the way the game is going and the way it's tilting, there's still going to be more troubles for the back line of Shooting Stars. Obasi brings it down. He's pushed indefinitely, wins a free kick for beyond limits in a very good position as well. Doing everything to take the game to Shooting Stars at this period in time. But the free kick is going to come off the boots of Ibora Victor, a victory. He's just come on a couple of minutes ago, and to stand over this one means that he's done this a lot of times. And watch that stance. You know who is emulating, but the outcome doesn't emulate the player. Certainly, you hope for a better luck in another try. Was way off target. Wasn't going to trouble the goalkeeper. But yeah, that's the stance. Every young player loves to take the free kick like that, isn't it?
That's so much influence for a footballer.
So much influence. And Shooting Stars still chasing the game. A goal down, but not short of confidence. A good passage of play. Victory. They will gain possession. Shooting Stars through Quadri. Now the pass to Douglas Achieve. Nicked off him. And good defending, you would say, from Didius Ogani. The referee just allows play to go on. Oh, lovely skill, Joseph Stanley. Drawing. Oh, it is such an entertaining game, really. You really can't take your eyes off it. You take your eyes off it and you miss something of an action. That was more of a step over and a nutmeg together.
Well, speaking of the entertainment, it takes two to tango, but I think Beyond Limits have shown more of entertaining football right here. It's been something really interesting to watch on the long run, but this, right on this patch, has been beautiful from Beyond Limits, and of course the two sides.
Well, the two sides are looking for a better performance, and you feel like the goal is most likely come from the young side, but both sides are still looking for goals in this one. It's far from done, it's far from over. Quadri regains possession for Shooting Stars. Agawa looking for Malomo. And they break themselves. Victory. Very good pass, and the cross! Donity Ovunda gets a hand to it, and that's just enough to take it away from Beyond Limits. And that passage of play is exactly what they had in their warm-ups. A ball out wide to the right and send across into the area. But that time, Onyebuchi Obasi was unable to send a cross that will be connected to by Shino Ayodele, but the build-up play was really commendable.
Really commendable, no doubt about it. I almost talked about Donity Ovunda spilling the ball there. If the loose ball was met by a red shirt, it could have been 2-0 to Beyond Limits, and all of the attributes, all of the adjectives we used to describe him after saving that penalty would have been a waste, because I expect him as an experienced goalkeeper, I expect him to be pushing that and putting that away.
Well, he did get a hand to it. The story is not going to change now because he fell to a player of his own kind. And yes, the opportunity again. A good link-on play between Victory and Onyebuchi Obasi. Just looking for Shina, who's running alone there. The goalkeeper doesn't get a hand to it, and it's going to be a second goal, definitely. But not that time. And Shooting Stars to create something of themselves. It's really not worked out for them so far.
I think the midfield has been a problem for Shooting Stars. They are not having a hold of that midfield. For such an experienced side, if you're allowing an academy team to run over your midfield, then it's a big problem. The midfield, they need to sort that out, and A reaction substitution has come from the coach of Beyond Limit. That's speaking of Olumide Ajibolade, who brought on victory, but I think that has helped to tweak it a little bit and trying to advance into your own third half. And Shooting Stars are not reacting to that. I think the midfield has been a problem. If they can't match Beyond Limit in the midfield, we'll talk about maybe the possibility of at least getting a goal.
Well, the tired legs are beginning to show. The cramps are building up, and that's why it's pre-season. Players have had time off in terms of holidays, and they're only just back to training for a couple of days, weeks maybe, and so those legs are really not fit to go for long distance. He's seen 1 hour of football already, and we've seen all of that, so much of entertainment and only one goal. Well, it's really been an entertaining fixture to describe and bring to you. Shooting Stars this time carried it. Okay, another wayward strike from distance. You wonder what's going through his mind there. Beyond Limits still leading the game. 1-0. The effort from Onyebuchi Obasi. A tasty strike. One of the goals of the day, I should say, in the Valuejet Cup. Yeah, that's the goal again. Watch him. He just takes away Alex Ogawa and Raheem Kodri. And that effort with his left foot. It looked slow. It looked like he was crawling, but he crawled past Darlington Ovunda in goal and took the whole crowd by storm. A free kick. Joseph Stanley stands over it and clears the line, puts it forward. A throw into Beyond Limit. And the race for the Man of the Match award is really picking up. Onyebuchi Obasi, Ogbonaya, Sunday, who is just there in your screens, getting past his marker and winning the free kick. Such an exciting player to watch. I wonder what's his nickname, even though the referee has showed that it was maybe a simulation and nothing in that, but it's such an entertaining player to watch. What player would you liken him to?
Asante Gunaya?
Yeah.
Difficult. I think I would allow him to be his own player. Honestly, it's really difficult, but I don't want to say Vinicius Junior. I don't want to mention that. He needs to get the praise really up there. And one thing about the Beyond Limit Academy is that even their coach does not allow them to call themselves a certain name of a certain player, because he wants you to be yourself. You can only be a better version of your own self. So that said, look at that, beautiful from Ayenuba. So that said, I think he's really going to prove his worth in this tournament. They've got 3 big games to play, enjoy themselves, and that they've done today. You could see from their free-flowing football. And look at the midfield again, like I mentioned.
Oh, absolutely beautiful football from defense to attack. The confidence is flowing in this lot, and everybody is ready and willing to have the goal. Bonaya Sunday for Joseph Stanley, and the effort just hits the wrong side of the net. And look at how they advance play from defense to attack. They've been really dangerous on the left hand side, and the combination of Stanley and Bonaya has really been very, very bad for Shooting Stars. And so much confidence oozing from all of these lads, including the goalkeeper Daniel Ayenuba. And Shooting Stars coming forward across into the area. Was met by Joshua Akpan, but not really to trouble the goalkeeper, who has really proven himself to be a very reliable lad. Beyond Limit in possession, but not for long. It's for a throw into Shooting Stars. Adelowo, Mba played forward, looking for the run of Douglas Achieve. Unable to keep it in play, trying to be Beyond Limit. Well, no game has given us less than 2 goals today, and only this game is really under that. So we'll be hoping that we get a win in the game. We've had 1 draw and a win today. Remo Stars playing a 1-0 draw against Square United. Really, Remo Stars are used to playing draws in the first game of many things. But then Remo Stars against Square ended in a draw. The Sporting Lagos defeated Heartland 3-2. A pound of flesh, you want to call it, for the same side that defeated them 2-1 in the promotion playoffs. Oh, Vunda gets caught in possession by Obasi. Was desperate in his finishing, wanting to put his head into that. Was really difficult to put his head in between the boots of the defender.
Passion, commitment to the round leather game. That is what you would see from this Beyond Limit team. They are a delight, you have to say that. Now look at this. It's always going to be difficult, always.
No, he lost his balance already. He was falling.
Even with his leg, he's not going to get there. He was already falling, no doubt. Now he draws the attention of the medic. Hopefully he would be fine. Meanwhile, Darlington is trying to give us the antics of a typical Nigerian goalkeeper. That was an error. So you have to try to, I don't want to say he lied or he's trying to lie.
Well, he tried to be clever.
Clever, thank you.
Yeah, he tried to be clever to lift the ball over the defender, but not in that distance. Over the attacker, I beg your pardon. Not in that distance, and now he has to play the game completely. I mean, he has to continue the antics. It's just part of it, but Ebuchi Obasi is going to be fine. It looks like he's back on his feet. And there, just running at him, he gets the ball from the defender. Adelowo wants to lift it over the rushing Ebuchi Obasi, and somehow runs towards the ball, gets clattered in by Muritala. Yeah, he's fine. He's going to continue. He's a strong lad. But that passion was really heavy. Took one to his side. And he's gotten a taste of what playing with professional sides look like. So the physicality is always going to be there. It's going to be a corner kick to restart this one for Beyond Limit. Awasi is back into the game already. Across, too heavy, all the way to the back post. They take the ball all the way back to the defense and look to build again. I think one thing that's very key in the way Beyond Limit played today is that they've got more with the ball on the ground rather than the balls in the air. And the build-up has really been good. They've decided to play short passes, and they come once again. Ayodele just unaware of his surroundings. They've put the ball on the ground Beyond Limits and only playing it in the air when necessary. The short corner comes away of Shino Ogbonaya Sunday now. Obasi runs away from his marker, stays on his feet as well. And he goes out wide. Oh, very good ball to Victory. But the flag goes up eventually. A foul is offside. Shooting Stars come forward. Boston with pace. A very desperate defending. Good defending as well, I should say. He had to throw all he had into it. Oguni Dadios. The Shooting Stars still coming. But they clear their lines Beyond Limit. It goes all the way back to the defense line. The Shooting looking to build once again, and they get themselves. Well, it's a goal kick rather than a corner, and he's protesting that to the assistant referee on the far side. It did look like a corner from here. So Beyond Limits once again building from behind. They scored so many goals. They are very, very attacking side. Not so much joy in terms of that cross. And Shino goes out for a goal kick in Darlington. We'll race to ensure that play resumes. Shino is down. Oh, he's got cramps at the back of the. You can just see the swelling of the muscles there. He's in some level of pain after releasing that cross. The medical staff just rushing there to ease his pain. It's put up a very high intensity football against a big side like Shooting Stars, and you will not be surprised that the cramps are coming in already. It's really been a very tough game, high octane, I should say.
Of course, yes, you shouldn't be surprised. These boys are the ones playing to show that they are really good. For Shooting Stars, it's a pre-season for them. For these boys, it's an opportunity to showcase. And if you check out the crowd in the stadium today, we've not even spoken about enough of the crowd. They've been marvelous for this Valuejet pre-season cup tournament. So I must say that if they've really pushed, yes, you expect the crowd to show up. But they've got huge numbers on the substitute bench. Yeah, why not? Now look at this dribble, beautiful.
Well, they've given us all of the excitement of the game here today. They've delivered very well.
We've got the dribble in picture mode.
Bonaya Sunday again. So many skillful moments from these lads. They are not even afraid of taking on their opponents. Shooting Stars come forward. Raheem. Just clatter into one another, but Raheem for Shooting Stars. The referee says play on. A victory gets possession for Beyond Limit, and they're not even in a hurry to boot it out. They're looking to play out from the back. And many teams in that instance would have booted it out to safety. No, not Beyond Limits. That's why there are not many teams. Shooting Stars in the possession on the right. Douglas Achieve out to Raheem Quadri. A wide to Buddy. But Beyond Limit gain possession and can come forward through the middle. Still going, is brought down. Alex Agawa, the man who is penalized there for that foul. And Beyond Limit really punching above their weights now. Stanley launches it forward, looking for the very interesting and enterprising Ogbonnaya. Doesn't get the better of his marker this time. A play forward, and Shooting Stars come forward. Agawa, Achieve. Referee says play on, no problem with that. Ogbonnaya and wins a throw-in for Beyond Limit. And this broadcast is still the Valuejet Cup 2023, the second edition of the Valuejet Cup, brought to you by Valuejet Airline. Officially, you should fly Valuejet. One of the best airlines in Nigeria, I should say as well. We've got all of the packages for you, and in conjunction with Optimus Bank, who are proud sponsors of this tournament. It's really a pre-season tournament, really, to get these teams back into shape. The primary focus are the clubs that will be representing Nigeria on the continent in the CAF Champions League and the Confederations Cup. We've got two of them here. We've got Remo Stars as well as Rivers United. One play in the Champions League, one will play in the Confederations Cup. And other teams will be preparing for the start of the MPFL season Albeit Beyond Limit will prepare for the NNL. A free kick for Shooting Stars into a dangerous area, headed out by Abdullah and puts it out to safety, but it will come back to them. Shooting Stars away possession. Douglas Achieve able to get it out to Agawa. Out wide to Malawat Alfik. Can't keep it in play, throwing to Beyond Limits. We've got players warming up for Shooting Stars. We're looking to just throw in those changes very soon. Victory with the throwing to Obasi. Malamo in possession. Oh, it comes back to them. Alex Agawa lines up a shot. His effort was really tame and off target. Just a quarter of an hour left to play at the Remo Star Stadium. It's Beyond Limits who is still lead by a goal to nil. The solitary goal from Onyebuchi Obasi is still the deciding moment. Who has also gone on to miss a penalty. Lagos, Port Harcourt, Jos, Abuja, all destinations you can fly to with Valuejet. With premium services as well. You can also bank with Optimus Bank. One of the best and reliable online banking platforms you can have. Safe, secure transactions as well. Odani Tidavunda with ball possession for Shooting Stars. And they come forward. Manamo is looking for the ball on the left. Oh, doesn't get it, doesn't use him as well. Okay, Kaude goes himself, comes off the Beyond Limit player. Back to Coyote. And then pushing them backwards a little bit. Ntale Kumba. Adelowo. Agawa. Umba from distance. Stopped by the defender. He now plays it very long forward. Obasi is brought down, but he stays on his feet. He wants to keep on going. He's got one man in the area to pick out. Unable to find his teammate, but he will come back again. And the crowd are cheering already because it's a Bunaya Sunday. That time he didn't take his man up. He tried to slip in Aribi Parabo, who's coming into the game already. It's another very good number 9. You wonder why he didn't start. Shino is also very much of the same quality. Shooting Stars still looking for that vital goal that will bring them back on level terms. 1 point will be better than nothing, at least. If they can't get all 3 points, they'll take 1 point. Oh, Shooting Stars taking a point from this game or taking no points. Which one will be better? I mean, losing or playing a draw against Beyond Limits, both of them are bad.
Yes, both of them are bad, and depending on how you see it, on the basis of play, I am indifferent to say maybe they've had a very good game. I'm indifferent to say maybe they've not been swashbuckling. They've been neither here or there, so it's really difficult. So if we cannot be bold of your performance, then the result, be it a draw or a loss against Beyond Limits, would still come up to play. But if you get a draw, if you get a defeat and you play well, you would say, okay, fine, you had a good game. But I think they've been average in this fixture. But none is good enough for them. They should be winning this kind of a game, especially that we've got just how many days left? 24 days or 22 days left before the start of the new NPFL season. That's going to be in a full format.
Speaking about the MPFL season, should be starting on the 26th of this month, August. So we've barely got 22 days to the start of this new season, the 2023-2024 MPFL season. It's going to be a full season, not a breach this time around, so we should see about 380 games. And there's really a lot to look out for and look forward to in the new season. Beyond Limits. Parabo, who doesn't get possession there, it's back with Shooting Stars. Malamo. It's back to Umba. Now Agawa. Quadri. Malamo Taufik is the driver of this team, and he runs forward looking to get the receive pass, but Buchobas, he just dispossesses his man there. Parabo bringing the ball forward and looking to slip in Bonaya Sunday. And how they're coming together with Gali Falke, who is also being introduced to the game. The experienced right back. He's had a lot of joy with Tayo Murisala, and that has called for the introduction of Gali Falke by Benga Ogumbote. Rahim Quadri for Shooting Stars. Victory heads it out clear and even helps forward. The Shooting Stars on the right hand side. They come with a cross into the area. Oh, it's very good, and they get the equalizer eventually. Well, they've been knocking on the door and asking questions themselves. And Shooting Stars with a connecting header from Kayode Oke. A delicious cross on the far side, and there's nothing really that Daniel could do about it. It's a well-worked goal. It rose highest, and the connection was just brilliant. The Shooting Stars get themselves level, and that's the quality we've been talking about eventually.
Of course, that's the quality. No one saw that goal coming. I think the cross just came. Good header, one beautiful header, I must also say. But now it's 10 minutes for either of the side to get a goal. But if I'm to bank on the side getting a goal, I think Shooting Stars, that the experience to see of a game in 10 minutes is really there, and they're not panicking. They are not panicking. But then, because it's beyond limits, they really can stretch a team. But it promises to be an interesting 10 minutes of football here.
But they've been behind for over 60 minutes of football, and without panicking, they've so slowly played their game and just looked to find the opportunity. It's come eventually. We didn't expect it because the cross looked like it was going to be handled, but they got themselves a goal to bring themselves level here. Victory. It's crossed towards Parabo. He's cleared out. Agawa. The Shooting Stars. They come forward now. Still in possession beyond limit, just looking to play out from the back. They look like they're not panicking themselves. They're skipping the ball on the ground, playing their football. And that's the driver for this team at the moment. Patience in build-up. That's what they want to emulate. A free kick to beyond limit. Stanley. He goes all the way back. Deco. And the free kick has gone the way of Shooting Stars this time around. Hands on head. Feeling like he should have been penalized. Speaking about Joseph Stanley. Now the pressure is on the academy side. I shouldn't be calling them academy side anymore, the NNL side. Yes, they are an academy, but they play in the second tier of Nigerian football. Now Rahim Quadri for Shooting Stars looks to have a go himself. Daniel saw it all the way. Starts play with Victory. Iboro. Now launch forward. Shooting Stars clear the lines. It's a throw-in to beyond limits. 8 minutes plus additional time left to play. We've got a man down. It looks to be the man who got the assist for Shooting Stars. And that's the goal again. Just beating Musa Abdullah to the header. Talking about Kaido, okay. He rose very high and got there ahead of the young defender. Daniel could watch only helplessly. Nothing he could do about it. But the throw-in to beyond limits, even as they see a substitution. Isaac Afalabi has been introduced into the game. throwing beyond limit, Darius Oguni. It's cleared out by Shooting Stars. Victory. Oguni is brought down, wins a free kick, and wants to get on with the game as quickly as possible. And Victory stands over it. Still keeping the ball on the ground, beyond limits. Might be forced to go long down. Well, maybe not, really not faced by anything. A start from the back again. And the pairing of Abdullah and Diko has really been good in the defense for beyond limits, and it's a big chance now for a goal off the upright. But the chance is not gone. Muhyiddin's efforts has come back to find a player in red, and the cross eventually being cleared. And beyond limits again, a good pass in behind the defense. That was Abdullah. This pass to Olide Muhyiddin. Oh, he did beat Darlington of Muda well, all right. Just the uprights coming to the rescue of Darlington there. And the free kick now goes against beyond limits. Well, we've not seen the end of this game here, have we?
I think that could have been a chance. That could have been the 3 points for beyond limit. If this finish 1-1, they would rule the missed penalty, rule the chance that I just struck the upright. That said, a point is still not bad. They can still qualify into the semi-final via 4 points. It's still pretty possible, but it's still in this game. Both sides are still in this one.
Well, you can't forward themselves beyond limits. Fans are calling for a penalty, asking that he must have struck the arm of the defender there, but the referee didn't quite agree. And Alex Agao's effort was off target. He's just lining up a shot that really didn't trouble Daniel in goal. But Daniel has really been a joy to watch him go for beyond limits. The young goalkeeper. It should be called safe hands. And yeah, that's the effort again. Cross from Isaac Afolabi. The player was just retreating his hand backwards, but it's really difficult to tell from here. Looked really tight. Wouldn't be entirely too wrong if it was given, but would have been harsh. And Shooting Stars come forward. The clearance, the cannons of Rahim, and goes out for a throw. 2 Shooting Stars players down now. They both might be needing attention. Oh, Nahim Quadri looks to be okay. Looks like he can continue, Rahim. The time is running away. And for any of these two sides to pick a win in this game, they really need to go at it now. It's go for it territory. And it's still there for the taking, really. And a substitution will be coming for Shooting Stars very soon. The player is going to be introduced and going to have his own fair share of the excitement. And the ball is for beyond limit at the moment. A free kick won by Olide Muhyiddin and will be swung in from the right hand side. Adnan Kabir, who's also been introduced, is going to deliver this one to pick out one of the 5 red shirts in the area. Only finds Agawa, who wins the free kick after being barged into by Musa Abdullah.
Sammy, do not rule out a goal in this game. In fact, do not rule out 2. I think anything is still pretty possible here.
And Muhyiddin wanting to help you to make it right. Parabo, his effort was saved by Darlington. Well, it will be definitely detrimental to rule out a goal in the game, or maybe two more, as you said. But that effort was really very good.
Yeah, very, very good effort from Parabo. An amazing save from Darlington Ovunda too. I think Darlington would be very instrumental for Shooting Stars next season. This is the first time I'm seeing a goalkeeper looking really assured between the sticks for the Oluyole Warriors. So, yes, I think Shooting Stars have got a goalkeeping situation sorted for next season. Although, like we usually joke, preseason results could be fake. But that said, I think this goalkeeper right here is showing signs that something is really in the offing for him come next season.
That's one of the departments that Shooting Stars have struggled in the past couple of seasons, but the performance that Darlington Ovunda has put up here today, you'll be feeling like they have got that department really sorted. Saved the penalty, made 2 point-blank saves in the game as well. From that sort of distance, you feel like nothing can get past him, well, except the goal from Oyebuchi Obasi. But still far from over. And they're looking to create something and maybe get the winning goal. A free kick to beyond limits. As I'm talking to between the lads, back and forth. I'm not really scared of throwing the words at the senior opponents, I should say. Now beyond limits. Coming forward, Olude, Muhyiddin, just slipped in behind. The cross, not handled very well by Darlington, and doesn't fall kindly for Parabo. And you're knocking on the door of a goal. Olude Muhyiddin has been really instrumental since coming on the right hand side. And across, this time coming from Ogunniyi. Darlington not convincing in his catch. And Parabo not really aware of where the ball was. But really these lads are putting everything they've got into it, including the towel and the kitchen sink, of course. Isaac Afolabi, Malamo, midfield maestro. Rahim, Alex Gahua. Afolabi just running on the left hand side, and he gets possession now, gifted possession really. Agawa, Malamo, a hurried pass from the defense. Yeah, shielding the ball, also playing very good and confidence defending. But that time from Joseph Stanley. A victory Iboro to launch it forward, looking for Muhyiddin Olude, who definitely gets to it before Alex Agawa, looking to just break the ball in behind the defender. Winter throwing. Exciting players they've got. He's really small in terms of stature, but what he's put out here today is not small. Ugmonaya Sunday, seeing him on the right hand side for the first time in this game. And the cross from the far side from Muguni was cleared, but it was still with beyond limits. So we look to create something once again. Abdullah and his defensive partner are doing the job as usual. We've seen that so many times in the game. They've been really solid at the back. And to bring it forward, Stanley. And that's Sunday. You know already who it is. Delicious tackle that time from Galifauke. Galifauke is not a defender that so many MPFL players get past. He is really very good on his day. And you can tell that the quality he's had is showing compared to the joy that Ugonna Sunday has had against Tayamu Itala in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, of course, the quality is showing. It's really meant to show. That's where we talk about another quality being shown now by Beyond Limits right there. Now they can try to break on the counter-attack. Amudi Olude, very exciting, very pacey. Maybe can make this one work.
Olude's got Parabo waiting in the box, but his cross was deflected towards Darlington Ovunda, who wanted to get play on very quickly, but his man is down. And the cramp, yeah. Some tired muscles. Look at the burst of pace in terms of his break. And Raheem just getting a leg to the cross. He went down on his own, really. Went down on his own, but he's back up on his feet. Five minutes of additional time, and we've seen 4 already elapsed. Just one more to go. We're edging up to another draw in this game. The day started with a draw, and it looks like it's going to end with a draw. So having a win in between wasn't really bad. It's more like having a sandwich bread with egg inside. A free kick to beyond limits. Less than 40 minutes of 30 seconds of play left, and the yellow card goes the way of Alex Agawa late in the game, and it's a second yellow, and he gets a red card. Well, it's the third red card we've seen in the competition already. We've had a red card. We had a red card in this one now, the red card in the Sporting Lagos game, the goalkeeper, Equalizer, and the red card to Kwara United as well, the first red card of the tournament. So every game today has seen a red card.
And the beauty of football, the goals, the dribbles, the tackles, the hard ones, the soft ones, the wrong calls, the mistake from the referees, red cards. That's why we love football, and I like the fact that the opening day of the Valuejet pre-season tournament has beamed up all of this. We want to see goals, look at dramas, dribbles, we've seen them. So yeah, I'm really excited to see all of the things that encompasses football play out on the final day. But then hopefully tomorrow all of the teams will go clean, and we wouldn't see 3 red cards in 3 games just like today.
Well, it's looking like a tradition in the Valuejet Cup. We had a variety, a huge number of red cards in the first edition, and it started from the first game as well, and the first one went to Kwara United, and that's how he started here as well. And the final attack, you should say, Musa Abdullah has cleared it out for safety, and the referee has seen enough of the action. It's been a very interesting 95 minutes of football. We've been entertained, we've been given so many things to talk about, a lot to describe for you. 2 goals, Onyebuchi Obasi in the first half, and Shooting Stars drawing level in the second half. Consider header from Oke Kayode. A very interesting game, and we've seen the last game of the Valuejet Cup for match day 1, and it's ended beyond limit 1, Shooting Stars 1. See you tomorrow in the next fixtures. It's a very interesting game we've had here today. So much entertaining football from the two sides, and Biola Youth were the first to go on the ascendancy and looking to find themselves a goal in this game. Well, the effort didn't quite come out, and Shooting Stars looking to reply of themselves, Alao Dambani, and the effort eventually was really wayward. He got his hand on his head to show, and then Ogbonaya Sunday was very, very tricky. Here's the goal, Onyebuchi Obasi taking away Raheem, and then finding the bottom left corner of Darlington Vunda. Really interesting goal. Is what more than a watch. He was a Rolls-Royce midfielder, and there's another chance in the game for Obasi to seal it. His effort was over the bar. Didn't really trouble the goalkeeper, the young player, and Shooting Stars Douglas Archief came forward looking to find something. Exchange of pass, the Malo Taufik made a very great effort, but his save from Daniel was even better. And Shooting Stars were not resting on their oars. Alao Dambani again slipped in Alex Agawa, but the effort was really tame, and then they called for a penalty there. Referee saying play on. The Shooting Stars still came forward again, Alao Dambani, and then Malomota Ofik, but the flying hands of Daniel was really enough to ensure that Beyond Limit remained in the lead. And then the free kick that came was really not convincing. Didn't really stop the goalkeeper. So they continued to threaten in the first half. Ogbonaya Sunday taking time with Salah to the cleaners on multiple occasions. His cross that time was blocked, and that was not the end of Ogbonaya Sunday that we saw in the game. And this period, it looked like they could have gotten a penalty. Darius Oguni just running into the area. It looked like he was brought down, but it didn't quite work out. And then there's an opportunity for Shino Ayodele, who wasn't able to finish very well. strike. Well, the strike did come eventually for Malamoto Taufik, and in the corner, Alex Agawa, his effort came off the upright. Well, wasn't enough for Shooting Stars to get a goal yet. And then they came forward once again beyond limits. Ogbonnaya Sunday, this time in the second half, taking away his man and then winning the penalty for Beyond Limit. A chance to make it 2-0, but Onyebuchi Obasi, his effort was saved by Danity Obunda, who eventually went away with the Man of the Match award in the game. The goalkeeper was really turning up in terms of saves, and then the free kick by Iboro Victory, who just came on not long, but the free kick wasn't really worth the effort. And Shooting Stars continue to threaten, but this time it was Ogbonnaya Sunday once again, this time walking on his opponent, and the cross coming in but finding the wrong side of the net. Joseph Stanley combining very well with him, and then the goalkeeper trying to be clever here. Onyebuchi Obasi winning the ball and wanting to be desperate. It went very well with everything he had in terms of trying to get that one into the net. Didn't quite work out. Shooting Stars, a free kick this time around was headed away by Musa Abdullah, and the clearance came back for Shooting Stars. Then Onyebuchi Obasi was hacked down. He chose to stay on his feet, looking to find Shino. It didn't quite work out well for them, and the goal eventually came. The header from Kayode Oke was past Daniel, and nothing he really could do about it. A really powerful header into the bottom right corner. But the chances were still coming in the game. Rahim had an effort for himself, went straight to the goalkeeper. And Shooting Stars were really pushed backwards by Beyond Limits. This effort by Lude Muyidin hit the upright. It didn't fall kindly for Parabo Ariri, who just came on not long ago in that time. And now it was Shooting Stars to threaten once again. The pass slipped to Isaac Afolabi, but his cross was blocked. They called for a penalty. Didn't quite work out well for them. The referee wasn't having any of it in that instance. Well, see many chances coming off, and then Alex Agawa tried this from long range. The goalkeeper just trying to make sure that he wasn't going to trouble him. And then they came forward again. Olude Muyidin, who's just been introduced, trying to find Ariri Parabo. He did find him, and Darlington coming up with another top save for the goalkeeper. And they kept on threatening and knocking on the door. Joseph Stanley, this time the cross wasn't handled well by Darlington Ovunda. It went out of play for a corner kick. And that's seen the end of the game.